It's noon here in Ventnor City, New Jersey, and our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And this is CarEdge Live for Tuesday, July 22nd, Mr. Zach's 30th birthday, with your hosts, me, Ray, the proud papa, and, well, the birthday boy himself, Zach. Happy birthday, handsome.
Thank
How the
you,
hell are
Dad.
you today?
I'm doing great. I'm having a fantastic day. And you know what, Dad? I just want to take a moment. We've got a sponsor for today's show, CarEdge.com. We got 30% off nearly everything to, to reflect my birthday. Here's the deal. A year ago when we did this show, I was a mess. I was a total mess. I was going through a breakup at that time. My dad and I were on the phone every single day. I had such bad anxiety. I was an absolute mess. If you go back and watch 1 year ago, the show we did, I was crying the whole first minute of that show because I was just so sad. And I made the excuse up last year that I was crying because birthdays are hard. Birthdays aren't hard. Birthdays are awesome. And I am so lucky and so happy and so grateful and so grounded right now, Dad. I'm feeling so much love today from you. I've got some cards from you that we're going to open up on the show in a little bit. So feeling just so loved by you. I feel loved by the rest of our family. I feel loved by my friends. I feel loved by our community. Everyone at work, Dad, has been incredibly kind today. So I just wanted to take a minute here and acknowledge that this day a year ago, I was really in a bad place, really sad. And it feels great, Dad. I'm having an awesome day.
Well, I am so glad to hear it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you ran 30 miles today in honor of your 30th birthday.
So here's the deal, folks. I did run 30 miles this morning because I am a crazy person. So if you're not following me over on Strava, you should. And Dad, to celebrate that, I have, because I don't drink alcohol, I have my non-alcoholic beer right here.
Ooh.
Okay. So I did run my 30 miles. It took me 4 hours and 30 minutes. I started at 4:15 this morning. I'm going to crack open this beer, non-alcoholic, and I'm going to drink it during our show because I deserve it.
Imagine what it's going to feel like when you turn 40 and you have to run 40 damn miles. But bless your heart.
All right, on with the show.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, we're going to jump into our first story in just a moment, but a friendly reminder, back at CarEdge.com, we're almost in year 6, folks, of helping thousands of people every single day navigate the car buying process. And like I mentioned a moment ago, 30% off CarEdge Insights, 30% off our car buying services, and we have the brand new AI Negotiator, so you can test that out as well. Really think of it as a test, folks. I'm going to go here, show you the example. What was it? It was the Ford... or the, I think it was this one right here at Egg Harbor Township. No, this one.
Yes.
We've been going back and forth. Let's see. Do we have an update? Nope. We still haven't gotten a reply. So the AI is trying to negotiate with this Ford dealer, but the Ford dealer won't even give the damn OTD price. Instead of you having to deal with that headache, you can let the AI do it for you. Check it all out back at CarEdge.com. The big story this morning, Dad, General Motors sending a major warning for the auto industry. GM's profits falling 35%. And this is what's fascinating. Tariffs costing them $1.1 billion in Q2. We were just reviewing the Stellantis data the other day, which we're going to spend some time talking about Stellantis in a little bit. Stellantis only booked about a 300 million euro charge instead of a $1.1 billion charge for tariffs. That being said, Dad, General Motors, just like Stellantis, just like these other automakers, they are falling behind. They're dragging behind. They're losing profit.
I believe their profit percentage dropped from a little over 10%.
Yeah.
Their net profit from a little over 10% of income to 6.1%, I believe.
Yep.
That is a significant drop. And I know that General Motors said when you read this article that they're going to absorb the tariff costs going forward. That creates two questions for me. Question number one is, how greedy were they prior to the tariffs with how overpriced their vehicles were if they could afford to lose $1.1 billion a quarter to the cost of tariffs? And two, and I think more importantly, at what point do the investors and stockholders say, that's a lot of profit we're taking off the table. What are you going to do about that? When are you going to raise the prices so that we can get that profit back? Because I don't know if you can really expect your stockholders to feel good about losing somewhere between $4 billion and $5 billion in anticipated profit due to the cost of eating the tariffs. I would think at some point the stockholders are going to say, pass those tariff costs on to the customers. We want a bigger return.
Yeah, I think that's certainly in the near future. And it comes on the heels of yesterday's reporting that we did on Stellantis, Dad. So these Detroit Big Three, we're still waiting on Ford.
Yes.
Stellantis sees greater tariff impact after $2.7 billion first half loss. So we're not talking about, lower profits over at Stellantis. We're talking about swinging to a material,
yes,
$2.7 billion is a material loss. This is a broader trend that's happening. And I think this is why General Motors, for what it's worth, has been more stable than Stellantis and Ford has been, is sending a warning for the auto industry. They are the brand that has been able to navigate the most recent, I'll call it 2 years, with the most grace and preserving their profitability. But a 35% drop is material. And to your point, Dad, it's not like it's going to go away anytime soon. And so we'll likely see price increases. And that obviously could hurt consumer demand.
I agree with. They have navigated this better than just about anybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know if they saw it coming better than everybody else. I'm not 100% certain as to why that is. But yes, they are still, even though there is a huge impact from the tariff cost to them, they're still making significant profits, whereas the Stellantis situation is they went from 6.5 billion in profits the year before during the first half of the year to a $2.7 billion loss this year. That's a $9.2 billion swing. And obviously GM is still figuring out, they have figured out how to make money even during this time. Not as much money as they had made, but enough that they are still profitable, where we can look at Stellantis, we can look at Nissan, we can look at some others and go, not only are they not profitable, but it becomes questionable as to whether or not they will survive in the as we know them today.
Yeah. And Dad, the other big news story from General Motors that really demonstrates, essentially, I'm going to call it a warning sign, is obviously what they did last week, which was taking their Orion, Michigan plant, which had been really retrofitted in service of producing electric vehicles. And they've actually decided instead to build full-size trucks and SUVs there. And so there's a big strategic shift happening in these General Motors. Quarterly reports also demonstrate that. Yesterday, we talked about it over at Stellantis, who's facing the same challenges. Stellantis, Dad, booked a $3.3 billion euro pre-tax charge in the first half for canceled vehicle programs. Okay, so that's like, we said we were going to make this electric vehicle, and now we're not. General Motors facing the same challenge here. They're retooling their plants to make more internal combustion engine vehicles instead of those EVs. So we've talked about it ad nauseum. We don't have to belabor it today. There's other stories to tag on to. But really, you're like, sailing the Titanic, and it takes forever to turn these things around. And so we should anticipate some general pain for these automakers for the foreseeable future as they're trying to turn a giant ship. I mean, I would say it's 180 degrees, but they're making like at least a 90-degree turn. They're going in a different direction.
Some are being piloted better than others.
That's
at
true.
the moment. And GM, as bad as people want to paint them to be, they are doing a much better job of this than their competitors, than Ford is, than Stellantis is. We know VW's having issues. So you have to give credit where credit is due. General Motors, their board and their executive team, came up with a plan.
Yeah.
And their plan seems to be working in comparison to what other automobile manufacturers came up with.
You know what else works, Dad?
Please.
Delete Me.
Yes,
Folks,
it does.
Data brokers are out there selling your information online, and literally anyone can buy it. Things like your social security number, phone number, home address, and more are available to marketers, scammers, and
everyone in between, whoever the hell they may be.
Now, folks, Delete Me helps you take control over your data. My dad and I both use Delete Me. Here's one of my most recent privacy reports. And you can see here, I've been using Delete Me since March of 2024. So well over a year, I've been using Delete Me. Delete Me removes my personal information from hundreds of data brokers every single day. And they can do the same for you as well. We have a special offer for the CarEdge community. You can get started today with the coupon code CarEdge at checkout, or go to joindeleteme.com/CarEdge. It is the link in the top of the description. Delete Me has been a sponsor of this channel for a long time in this program. We appreciate their continued support, and I encourage everyone to check it out. joindeleteme.com/CarEdge. Dad, from Steven here. Thank you, Steven. This is incredibly generous. Happy birthday, Zach. Take Pops out for a birthday bagel on me. You guys saved me a bundle negotiating from Knowledge when I bought her my new ride. That's fantastic. Next time I'm down the shore, Pop's Bagel on me. It is awesome. Over the past 6 years, we've helped so many people save so many dollars between us and our incredible team. It's really, really incredible. Shall we switch gears?
It's your show, buddy. I'm just along for the ride.
All right. I love it. My birthday, my show. We've got Car Dealership Guy Dad posting this data from Fitch Ratings, and it paints a scary story. Subprime 60-plus day auto loan delinquencies just had their worst June in decades. Last month, the delinquency rate reached 6.31%, up from May, and nearly 70 bips. That's what the finance guys say. Basis points higher year over year. Financial pressure just refuses to let up for subprime borrowers. We know, however, Dad, that the credit availability for subprime borrowers is loosening, aka it's easier to get approved for an auto loan as a subprime borrower today than it was yesterday. How do you reconcile this with the latest Fitch Ratings data on subprime auto loan delinquencies? And what's your broader take on what's going on in the market, Pops?
I gave up trying to reconcile it. I gave up trying to understand it. People have heard me say this. I am not a particularly bright guy. But I try to look at things logically. And so if subprime borrowers are having a harder time at the moment than they had been, and you know, what could possibly be driving that other than the fact that, well, insurance costs and maintenance costs and fuel costs are all up for vehicles.
Sure.
And overall general costs of everything are up. So But even though these lenders know all that, they continue to lend these customers more and more money, which says to me the amount of profit that can be made off of each and every one of these individuals is so significantly higher than a normal loan would be that they don't care that the delinquency rate is 6.89%, because those other 93% of the customers that are paying those outrageous interest rates on those loans are more than enough to make up for the losses of that 6.89% that have fallen behind.
Yeah. Dad, there's also an incredible article over in Cox Automotive that talks about the end of student loan relief and what impact that will have on auto lending. And you scroll down here.
Yes.
How has the resumption of student loan repayments impacted the auto market? And why should lenders be looking carefully at subprime borrowers right now? You've got to remember that the relief around student loan payments is ending. And so you will see more and more people default, most likely, on their auto loans, because they're either going to default on the auto loan, they're going to default on the student loan. I mean, this is a little bit of a recipe for disaster right now for would-be car shoppers, as they're getting hit with needing to repay their student loans as well as needing to pay off their auto loan. And obviously, used cars and all cars depreciate. And so you end up in this negative equity situation. It's just a slippery slope right now, seemingly. But we've been talking about it being a slippery slope for 5-6 years. And to your point earlier, it's hard to reconcile anything or make sense of it. It seems dire, but evidently the sun comes up. Evidently the sun comes up the next morning. The moon comes out that night, and the whole market keeps moving on.
Yes, it's not a problem. The only problem for people moving forward, if they choose the route of bankruptcy to help wipe out all their debt so that they can start over, which many people with bad credit either already have done or will do or are thinking about doing again. One of the things that those folks have to realize is that if you have student loan debt, that does not get wiped out in bankruptcy. That remains. You will be saddled with that for your entire life until you can pay it off.
Yeah, that's a really good point. All right, Pops, I'm going to put you on the spot, you and our community. I have the latest and greatest data on the used car market credit tier mix and average APRs broken down by credit tier. So what I mean here is what I'm going to ask you is, tell me what percentage of all used car auto loans are subprime auto loans? What percentage are super prime, et cetera, et cetera? Let's start with subprime. What percentage do you think of all used car auto loans are subprime right now in the market?
18%. 18% is my guess.
Okay, put some guesses in the chat. What percentage of all used car auto loans right now are subprime credit scores? Put your guesses. My dad says 18. Now, the other percentage I want you to guess is, what do you think the average percentage rate is for those subprime borrowers? What do you think on a used car is the average percentage rate, annualized percentage rate for a auto loan, used car auto loan?
24.99%.
Okay, so we've got some guesses here. You said 18% is what percentage of all used car auto loans are subprime borrowers, and then your guess was 24 point what percent?
99.
Okay, you're going to be pretty close on one and pretty far off on another. We'll start with the credit tier mix. I'll pull this up on the screen for you. 30%.
Oh, geez.
Infotainment, baby. Infotainment. 30% of borrowers for used cars are subprime.
No wonder those lenders can make so much profit.
3 out of every 10, nearly 1 out of every 3 borrowers on a used car is subprime.
Wow.
Dad, the APR, the average annualized percentage rate that those subprime borrowers are paying?
Yes.
22.1%.
Okay.
What was the latest data that we looked at from Experian, Dad, talking about how used car auto loan terms are getting dragged out longer and longer?
Yes.
Come on, man.
Imagine a world where you buy an older used car and you're a subprime borrower, and say you finance it for 6 years, 72 months, because I believe the average used car loan length is right around 70 months. And you're saddled with a 22.1% APR. You're going nowhere fast. And I don't care if you got a Hemi engine in that vehicle. You are going nowhere fast in your life, saddled with that type of debt. And it is just, it's sad in a sense, because the banks that specialize in subprime lending know for a fact what they are doing to the people that they are signing up. They know. This isn't anything new. They know that these people are going to be saddled with this type of debt and this type of interest rate all of their lives. Okay, and in a lot of cases, it's going to set some of these people back even further, and yet, in this rush for profits to satisfy our shareholders and our stockholders and the stakeholders in the businesses, it's like, well, whatever damage we do to the borrower is acceptable because of the profits that we are producing for our shareholders and stakeholders. And I just, I know I sleep well at night because I ain't doing any of that stuff.
It'll be interesting to see when Credit Acceptance Corp comes out with their latest earnings, and we can see their loan loss provisions, for example. Dad, I just want to thank Igor really quickly. Incredibly kind gesture.
Thank you, Igor.
Thank you, Igor. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes and the kind donation to the CarEdge business. Dad, I want to pull up though. I want to come back for a second, and I want to do a little bit of informed speculation, because that's what we do here on this channel. It's informed speculation most of the time. So this was the data from Experian that we're going to look at in a second here. And the headline in Automotive News was longer used vehicle loan terms not cause for concern, Experian Q1 data shows.
Yeah.
And so I want to just try and reconcile, which we struggle to do on this channel. I want to try and reconcile this chart that Automotive News put together with the Experian data, which I really appreciate, which shows you the average term loan length broken down by a model year of vehicle that was being financed.
Yes.
And so you can see here in 2024, the average loan term length for a vehicle, a used vehicle being financed, was 70.4 months. 2023 was 71.5 months. 2022 model year vehicle, 70.9 months. Now, here's the informed speculation that I want to make. What do we think the credit worthiness, so the credit tier, of someone who's purchasing and financing a 2000 model year 2000 used vehicle is? What do you think, Dad? I mean, I don't have this data, so this is informed speculation. Do you think it's 30% of those that buy model year 2000 used vehicles in the year 2025 are subprime? Do you think it's more or less? What do you think?
Well, I think if they're financing it for 63.2 months on average,
yep,
I think that indicates to me that they're prime or super prime. And the reason I say that is because what they're financing are collector cars.
Well, then let's change gears. Let's go to 2010, Dad.
Okay.
2010 model year used car. This has the lowest average term length of 54.6 months. Do you think the people that are financing 2010 vehicles are 30% or more subprime?
The 30% or more subprime.
That's kind of my assumption too.
Yes.
And when I look at this and I think to myself, the average loan term length is 54.6 months. That's someone who is in a subprime credit position who's paying 22% interest or more.
Yes.
For 55 months.
Yes.
On a 2010 out of warranty used car.
Yes. Yes. And
that's a slippery slope, man.
Yeah, and what did they buy? A $12,000 car, a $15,000 car? They know that. Well, they don't know, but they'll find out that they're going to have some rather expensive mechanical repairs that are going to need to happen in those 55 months. Yeah, it's a slippery slope because the bank is allowing the customer to put themselves in an even more tenuous position in reality.
That's exactly what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with Justice here. 2000s is a classic car. No, I kind of agree with Justice. I don't know, but I hear you that if the loan term length is that long, like, because a bank is not financing for 60 plus months on a, I don't know, but maybe they are. I don't know.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay, they're not financing a 25-year-old
Toyota Camry. Car. You're not getting a Toyota Camry, a 2000 Toyota Camry finance for 60 months?
6 years or 5.5 years? No, they're not. I would think it would be some type of collector car or classic car.
We know some folks over at Experian. Let me actually reach out to them and ask them if this includes like collector vehicles and things like that. Because if it's mass market, Dad, then that's an incredibly damning thing to look at.
Yeah, but it's just my guess. You asked for informed speculation,
and that is what this is on this channel.
And with 43 years of experience in retail automotive, my informed speculation would be that these are specialty vehicles. These are not. This is not a 2000 Ford Taurus, okay, that somebody is financing for 63 months. I just, in my opinion.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to the folks that I know over at Experian. How about that?
Yeah,
Dad,
you know some peeps there. Yeah.
let's switch gears for a moment. I want to give a tremendous thank you to the folks over at Ram. Ram has lent me a press vehicle that I'll be making some content with this week, Dad. And I want you and our community, I've got the window sticker right here.
Yeah.
I want you and the CarEdge community to guess the MSRP. I know it's not a great photo. I just took it when I parked a moment ago. I'll take some more better photos and create some content with this vehicle. I want you to guess, Dad, the MSRP, the base MSRP, and then the total MSRP with added options.
Yeah.
And I want the community to here as well.
Okay. Well, you have to tell us what it is.
This is a 2025 Ram 2500 Laramie Sport Crew Cab 4x4.
Okay.
Now, it has the following optional equipment. It's got a paint option. Okay, so you can't really tell in that photo, but it's got a paint option. It's got the customer preferred package. It's got the towing technology group. It's got the sport appearance package. It's got the Laramie Level 2 Plus equipment group. It has the 6.7 liter inline 6 Cummins turbo diesel engine. It has a power sunroof and clearance lamps. Dad, what do you think the base price of this vehicle is, the base MSRP, and what do you think the total price is? Let's get some guesses in the chat.
Base MSRP, I'm going to guess, is $68,000.
Okay.
Total MSRP is $89,000. And when you go to fill it up, remember to use diesel fuel, not gasoline.
Yeah, it is diesel.
Because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like you to ruin their press vehicle.
They would not like me to ruin their press vehicle. BR saying 67, 45, 108, 78, 98, 72. Paid endorsement? No, we're not being paid by Ram. They have press vehicles. They offered after we did the Ram is in trouble live stream a couple of weeks ago. They reached out to us and said, "Hey, do you want a press vehicle?" And it is, like, I'm going to be very clear, super luxurious. 70,000, 77,000, 115,000, 74.9. I mean, we got a lot of guesses here, Dad. These are high numbers, high numbers. Again, what were your numbers, Pops?
68 base, 89 full MSRP.
Okay,
Just out of curiosity, what is the destination and handling? What's that, about $2,100?
Destination charge on this vehicle is $19.95, the year I was born.
Wow. Look at that. That's pretty close.
You were also incredibly close on your total price guess. The base MSRP for a 2025 Ram 2500 Laramie Sport Crew Cab 4x4 before options and before the destination charge is $64,430.
Okay. So I was off by $3,500 there. Yeah.
The total price with everything added in, all the options I listed out before, $89,590.
I was off by $590 on the MSRs and Ps. It is almost as if I might have spent 43 years running dealerships.
Maybe, potentially. And folks, I'm gonna create some content, so you'll see it on the CarEdge channel, probably shorts content for the most part. What a ridiculously luxurious vehicle! I mean, we've been in some recent, 2025, 2026 model year vehicles. This thing is like a yacht, Dad. I mean, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. The technology is great. I'm so grateful for all the camera systems. We talk about on this channel how the government, with all their camera systems and safety requirements, is increasing the price of vehicles. To be honest, Dad, I couldn't drive this thing if it didn't have all the cameras because I can't. I mean, it's massive. I can't even see half the time because I'm so high up, and I got to get used to it, obviously. But I see the value of these things. But holy cow, man, it's a $90,000 pickup truck.
Have you ever driven anything that large before?
No, I've never driven anything this large. No.
What are you planning on putting in the bed?
Well, fortunately, I'm picking up my brother-in-law this afternoon. I'm going to be driving him home he works for the State Department here in the United States. I'm picking him up from the State Department. He biked to work. So I'm going to put his bike in the truck bed. I mean, we're putting this thing to work. We got it for a week. We're putting it to work. We're going to make content. And again, we're grateful to the folks over at Ram for sharing the vehicle with us to create that content. But I mean, Dad, just the engine itself is a $12,595 option.
Well, it's a Cummins diesel.
And to be clear, things got some pickup to it. I mean, I'm not going to use it for all it's worth. While I have it here, the technology, the Laramie Level 2 Plus Equipment Group, $4,895.
Wow. And just remember, when you go to the gas station, I believe it's the green-handled pump that is the diesel fuel. Okay?
Diesel, yes.
Yeah. Don't want to make I have seen any number of people. Typically they accidentally put gas in a diesel vehicle, not diesel in a gas vehicle. But either way, doesn't bode well for the engine. So please make sure. If Tim Kaniskas hasn't sent that little note, please make sure it's the green handle at the gas station.
Heard loud and clear. Folks, a friendly reminder, if you Google search, I'll demonstrate this really quickly. If you Google search CarEdge Ram 2500, you will find our pricing deals in Research Hub for that particular vehicle. Go check it out back on CarEdge.com. You can see the value rating. This thing actually holds its value fairly well. It doesn't depreciate as much.
Because the Cummins diesel would.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very desirous option.
Yeah, you can see lease deals here, for example. So you can see what deals are available out there. If I scroll all the way down here, all the warranty information. We're going to have to update this warranty for
2026. That's when it'll go to the 10-year, 100,000.
Yeah, cost of maintenance and repairs, chance of a major repair. So anyway, all sorts of good information about this vehicle and so many more back on CarEdge.com. Pops, can I open up your birthday cards to me?
You can, since they're in front of you and not in front of me.
So, I got to charge the battery pack. 1 second, folks. Give me a second here. Wait for it. He's back.
You're back.
So here's the deal. You gave me 2 cards.
Yeah, well, the 30th birthday only comes around once.
That's what you said the other day when I was with you. But okay.
Yeah, well, it was better than 30 cards.
All right, folks. Card number 1.
Yeah.
Is a donkey. Are you calling me an ass?
Well, I didn't. No, read it.
All right. It's your birthday. Do whatever makes your ass happy.
Yes.
And this is the one time that I mean it. Love you, and I couldn't be prouder, Dad.
Yes.
Incredibly sweet. All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Dad. Thank
you. Please make your ass happy.
Yeah. All right. Card number 2.
Yes. Notice I couldn't afford postage, ladies and gentlemen. I handed them to him and told him to put them in his suitcase.
And I did it. I didn't open them until
no, I appreciate that.
All right. 1 second. All right. Back in the day, we had games too. We played Collect the Mana and Don't Let the Fire Go Out. My favorite was Find Water. Today, may all of your games be the fun kind. Happy birthday. A 30th birthday deserves 2 cards. Love you, handsome Dad. How sweet, Pops. How sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but Don't Let the Fire Go Out was a big one. Yeah. Yeah, in my day.
If you're interested, folks, in learning more about me, I'm so grateful I get to work at CarEdge, get to lead our team, which is awesome. I posted over on LinkedIn as well as over on Instagram talking about kind of like the past decade, Dad. So I'm going to share this really quickly. This is a photo that my friend Julia took of me this morning after running 30 miles. This was Puerto Rico last year.
Yes.
This was Leaders in Tech, which was a program that transformed my life back in 2023. This was, that's a venture capitalist. This is me on a boat in 2022 with serious imposter syndrome. This is after the half marathon that I ran in 2021, Dad, feeling really excited about that. This was the chair in my sister's apartment where we founded CarEdge. Oh my God, that chair had no lumbar support. This was me in New Zealand.
End up in a museum someday.
This was me in New Zealand. I had, if you read this, guys, I just terrible body dysmorphia and body shame and I look great. But in 2019, I looked at this and I kind of hated myself. So that's sad. I bought a house in 2018 with 5 bedrooms because I thought it would make me feel worthy and show everyone that I was successful, which is so silly. But, I love this quote, Dad. Forgiveness is giving up hope for a better past. So I've forgiven myself. Can't change the past, so it's all good. This is you and Mom. This was in 2017. This was the day she passed away. It was a beautiful photo. I was able to capture you and her. One last hug, one last kiss. Really sweet moment. And then this was Thanksgiving in 2016, Thanksgiving Day. This was a couple months after Mom's stroke. And this was actually, I mean, I remember being so joyous on this day and being so goofy and so silly. So anyway, I shared a lot over on Instagram about, how hard life is and how grateful, like I started today's show with just like look at me. I'm out there wearing a little happy birthday headband, man. Like, I don't know, just living life. Just living life.
Yeah, you fit in DC. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Just living life, man. Just living life, feeling good, and so grateful for everyone in my life. So grateful for them.
Well, I'm proud of you, handsome, and you went from a baby to a tech entrepreneur with a dream and like a heartbeat. So. Bless your
30
heart.
years, man. Can you believe it? You've been a dad to me for 30 years.
Hard to imagine. I was a relatively young man at 42 when, 44 when you were born. I might even have had a little more hair on my head.
I appreciate James saying this. Y'all are good people. We show up every day. We are authentic. And I do think my dad and I at our core are good people. So thank you, James. And what a privilege to be able to share it here with everyone that tunes in. So yeah, Dad, it's awesome, and can't wait to celebrate your birthday again next year. He'll be 75.
Oh my God! Imagine what type of percentage off we're gonna have to give next year. Oh, maybe we'll do it the reverse way.
I don't know.
25% short of 100, so we'll give you 25% off.
Either way, man. Either way, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I see all the happy birthday messages. It really is bringing just so much love and warmth for me today. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Oh yeah, Dad. Maybe we'll do 75 bips, 75 basis points.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm in. Yeah.
We are doing 30% off back at CarEdge.com between now and the end of the month. Take advantage of it. Dad, I'm going to head over to your daughter, my sister's house this afternoon, hang out with her husband, and my niece, Sadie. So can't wait to do that. And much love, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing. And thank you for the warm wishes.
Please give everybody a kiss for me. And for those of you who just haven't had enough of me yet, I'll be on at 1:30 with Brandon. Well, Car Sense is back for another conversation about who knows what.
All right, Pops. I love you.
I love you too, handsome. Happy birthday, young man.
Thank you, sir. Much love.